Hello, today I'm doing a review on the Apple iPod Touch 5th generation. Apple logo. Now, I have been using this for about a week and a half now, and I've noticed some good things and bad things about it. Well, let's get started. First off, when you pick it up, it is pretty light, pretty thin, and it's kind of amazing. But after a while, it starts to get a little bit heavy in your hand. Most people say it tends to slip. I found that to be true because half the time when I pick it up, it would slide right out of my hands. Anyways, let's get into it. The Apple iPod Touch is a let's just say it's very smooth. It runs really well, and it may seem a little bit laggy, but it's only because I'm using a bad camera and I'm doing everything backwards. It plays games very, very well. This is one of my favorites. It's called Into the Dead. It takes a good amount of RAM and whatever they call it on here to run, but it runs very, very smoothly, and the colors are just absolutely wonderful. Let's just start playing. The gyroscope and everything in this is The gyroscope is absolutely amazing. It works very, very well. And as you can see, it keeps track pretty well. As in, the horizon was always at the same spot and whatnot. Okay, we go back to the home. It has lots of apps in the App Store. I don't know if it has the same as all the other iPods, iPhones, iPads, whatnot, but it has a lot. It does not have a flash player for playing online games, which is a bit of a downside. The YouTube player, it's usually pretty good, depending on your internet connection. And if you have a good internet connection, it can be 1080p, just smooth flying. If you have a bad internet connection, it might not be so good. The sound on this is fairly good from what I can tell.
Punch. Hey, what's going on? Jerome here along with Sky.
Like right now, that was a little bit blurry because I am not having the best internet connection in the house. You know, everyone else has to use their electronics. This thing has a really nice, beautiful display. I like on it, it has, I think it's the Retina display, so when you turn it like this, you don't lose much of your colors. That's really good if a friend's over and you're watching a movie together. A real nice part of it is the lightning connector right here. It is just amazing. When people say, oh yeah, it's a small connector and everything, yeah, blah blah blah, it's small, I'm thinking, well, since the 30 pin was, pretty big, I'm guessing it's about the size of a USB. No, that is actually puny. This is a USB right next to it. This thing is teeny tiny. Anyways, it runs really nicely. The camera works pretty well. Let me just find my camera app really fast. Camera. And I'm going to take a quick picture. And there we go. It is a very good picture, to be completely honest. It's just a bit bright on that screen. It takes pictures really, really fast. As long as you don't have HDR on or anything like that, it can take pictures really fast. It takes great video. I think it's up to 1080p on the 5 megapixel, but I'm not entirely sure. Sadly, it doesn't have doesn't come with earpods with a built-in mic, and it does not have 2 speakers like the iPhone does. One set of speakers, not a set of speakers over here. Overall, it's a very, very good device, and I love it. I would say it was a little bit pricey, being $300, but I did get it at the Apple Store, which saved me a lot of money rather than having it shipped here. Because I live in Nebraska, I have some high tax, and to have this thing, just the device, shipped here would cost more than when I went to the store in Omaha, purchased it there, and I got a $20 iTunes card with this for less money than just having this shipped here. But anyways, it has some pretty good games. This is Grand Theft Auto 3. Anyways, I believe this is rated at about 512 megabytes. 512 as its overall rating, which is pretty good, considering it's a extremely thin, very light device. Like my dad says, it doesn't look like $300.
Sorry, Dave, I'm an ambitious girl. You're just a small time.
Anyways, the games run absolutely amazing on this. And I just love the anodized aluminum back. It's absolutely amazing. The flash on the camera works really well. It's a nice thing as a flashlight. There we go. And the multitasking on it, it's really good. I think personally, I would think that if it ran all the applications at the same time, it would lag the iPod a bit. But no, it doesn't at all. It works absolutely perfect. It does support these overhead maps and all that good stuff, but I really don't use them just because. Here, let's go to Washington, D.C. Let's go in over the White House. Or actually, that might not work, because at Washington, D.C., I can't find the White House, my bad. Anyways. So far, the only problem I've been having is that sometimes from the App Store, updates will not update and it doesn't want to download games very well. But honestly, that's not too big of a problem. Anyways, that's the first review I'm gonna make of the Apple iPod Touch 5th generation.